Welcome to the Fish Pod, where nerdism and artistry flow. I am your host, Chris Fishley, joined by the lovely Ben Ty.
Why, hello there.
In this podcast, we are going to be diving into many different forms of artistry and how they all connect to one another in terms of things like philosophy, practice, and career paths that they offer.
And we'll definitely be talking about upcoming video games, new comics and movies, music we've been listening to, whatever comes to our mind.
I just fucking love video games, man. I do.
They're pretty damn great, honestly.
Speaking of video games, I went to this place probably about a month ago now. It's called Round One, and they just put it in JCPenney. Or not JCPenney, I'm sorry. Round One. Fight! Sears closed in our mall, so they put this place in. And
That's a great replacement, by the way.
I know! Trade out fucking Sears for an arcade. It's an arcade, and it's a bar. They have bowling, so it's also a bowling alley, because why the hell not? And it's got pool, which I also forgot to mention to you before. And when I say arcade, I don't mean like, oh my goodness, let's go play DDR and fucking skee-ball. Like, I don't think I saw a skee-ball machine in the whole place, if I'm being honest. Which does suck, to be fair. But it's got the good shit.
Hold on. You don't like skee-ball?
No, I love skee-ball. I'm just saying what it does have, massively, is better than skee-ball.
Okay, great.
Okay, so it's got, when I say good stuff, I mean it's got like the real Japanese arcade machines, like all the different Street Fighter and old school stuff like that, but it's also got, take a breath, a Luigi's Mansion arcade game, where the gun is literally the vacuum. And it's 2-player.
Oh my goodness.
What are we supposed to do with that? I'll tell you what we're supposed to do with that. We're supposed to go and get drunk and play games. That's what we do with
That literally
that.
sounds like a plan.
That's the best thing we could possibly do.
Are we going tonight? Like, is that...
Probably.
Okay, yeah, that sounds pretty good.
I'm like, are we? No, so okay, this is the first episode of our brand new journey. And on today's episode, we wanted to introduce ourselves, explain our own nerdy and artistic backgrounds, and what you can expect from us in the podcast and why it's so important. Being an artist in today's world is not easy by any means. Things like budget cuts that you hear about in all, schools and colleges all over the place, to not even knowing really where to begin with an education, it's becoming increasingly difficult to find a starting point.
So we wanted to help with that, but also we want to make this journey fun for all of us.
Yep.
That's our main objective for sure. We just want to make this fun.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to give you the most accurate information we can from all of our sources. We're literally talking about instructors, practicing and working artists, new artists, anybody that can add knowledge that you're going to need to get going. The goal here is literally to just create a place that benefits everyone. Existing artists by getting their work out there, students and new artists by giving them information, and instructors by giving them students who need said instruction. Basically a huge network of helpful information that will keep you both informed and hopefully entertained as well.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot.
Kind of was a lot, huh?
Yeah. I think we got it all, though.
We covered it, I think. So, where should we start?
How about back where it all began?
Where it all began for us. Like, is that college
Yeah,
you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
College, yeah.
I got you.
The best of beginnings.
Okay.
So, we met through a friend of a friend.
A friend of a friend.
That's the easy way to say it.
Okay.
What it actually was.
Let me
for
grab some
fun.
paper here.
Yeah.
All right.
Listeners, bust out a pen and paper. This is going to be ridiculous. I knew Ben initially as my best friend's girlfriend's...
Best friend's girlfriend's...
Roommate's... Boyfriend.
Best friend's
girlfriend's roommate's boyfriend. That's what you were to me for a little bit.
Is that like a third cousin or
it's
something?
It's gotta be.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
third cousin, eighth removed. I don't know how any of that
Something
works.
like that,
Something like that, yeah. But that's what you were. And now we're just friends. Very good friends, because fuck that. And we've come a long way since then. But no, we started out we just sort of hung out and we played a lot of pool.
Just hung out, geeked out about everything that we can think of, and especially our astronomy class that we took.
Oh my god.
I can't.
No.
I literally can't.
There was a day, I kid
Astronomy.
you not, we walked out of the class. I don't even remember. I think it was when we were talking about like the actual size of the observable universe or something.
It was the size we were talking about, and we were also talking about how fast everything rotates.
Yes. Yeah.
We were talking about how fast the Earth rotates, miles per hour.
Right.
How fast our galaxy rotates, which our planet is in, and it blew our mind. We looked at each other when we walked out of class.
Mm-hmm. Walked away.
I think we just walked away
No,
without saying anything.
we said nothing. We literally walked out of the classroom the whole time, silent, stared at each other, silent, shook our heads, walked away, and it was amazing.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
it was
that
the
was
best.
that was amazing.
Yeah. And yeah, we bonded on all kinds of nerdy stuff that you can possibly think of, and we both started playing games at age 5, right?
Yeah, I think I started at like 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
Yeah, when
okay,
I first got my
yeah,
first
yeah.
system.
And you're a little bit older than me anyway.
Yep.
Just to point that out.
Okay, jeez. Don't have to let everyone know that I'm older than you.
Yeah, no, my first system was an SNES. My dad got it for me from, I think, a friend of his at work. And first game I ever played was Zelda Link to the Past, but also, I think Super Mario World 3, if I remember correctly.
Good one.
Good stuff.
That's
yeah.
a good one.
And Donkey Kong Country, literally the most classic AF games you could possibly
Classic AF.
Yeah. But that turned into me loving RPGs, platformers, action adventure. That's like my primary, game love. But see, that also is what got me into voice acting, and that'll be my first thing I share about my artistry, is I am an actor and voice actor. I've been doing theater and stuff for about 5-ish years or so. Voice acting more recently, the past few years. I have professional demos recorded.
Beautiful.
And what got me into wanting to do that is, ironically, yes, the hit like sounds in, because I sat there and thought, and I'm like,
all the sound effects a character makes.
Yeah, all the sound effects a character makes. Even as a kid, I obviously didn't know the intricacies of it, but I'm sitting there and I'm like, who is doing that? That's awesome. But then that transitioned into a more mature way when I played Final Fantasy X.
Okay, that was my first Final Fantasy game.
Really?
I officially finished.
Oh, okay.
I played 7 too. Yeah, I played 7, but I didn't finish it. Final Fantasy X was the first one. I played all the way through.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah, fantastic.
Great game.
And that's what got me into like voice acting, because I heard these characters talking, and by then I knew what acting was, and so on and so forth. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like, I've never heard or seen anything like this before.
Can we talk about how simple a little like grunt, a little sound a character makes when they swing a sword, like when they pick up an item, like it's just insane how simple it could be, but there's so much work that goes into it.
Yeah, and it's astounding, because I literally, speaking of the work, I was accepted to a college a long time ago that I never ended up going to, but when I was looking at their program thing for their acting, like the degree or whatever, one of the classes you could take is literally like video game sounds, and I had a friend who had taken that class, like, on a voice acting focused class like that, and they said they had an entire couple of weeks where they focused on video game jump sounds.
Oh my gosh.
And all of them just recorded different jump sounds, and
that's so great.
Yeah, sit in front of a mic for like hours and just record shit like that. My favorite games now, I'd probably say Kingdom Hearts series.
Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah.
I hate to burst your bubble, and I know we've been friends for a while. I have never played a Kingdom Hearts game. I know you have a tattoo.
Well,
I know you have the cred to prove it that you love that game.
We're not friends anymore.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. Podcast's over.
Let's just quit this episode. I gotta see you later. Let me go play it.
Yeah. No, so I probably know more about that series than I do most anything else I've learned in my entire life.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I still play Pokemon. The Phoenix Wright series, which is one of the most underrated series ever.
Great series.
So good. Character-wise, story-wise, really good. And I recently, in the past few years, I play a shitload of Overwatch. Like one metric shitload.
Like an actual shitload.
Yeah, I measure.
How much is that exactly?
Yeah, at least one crap ton a week.
And a crap ton shitload, is that the same thing? Or
no, there's some.
Please explain, Chris.
There's some conversions. It's too complex to get
into.
Too
complex. Okay, we'll save that for another episode. That's okay.
Yeah, but no, that's what got me into being obsessed with acting and different stuff. Acting I did in college, and that drove into me searching for my private instruction that I've been taking over the past few years. Yeah, so that's my biggest passions. Yeah,
pretty awesome.
Thanks.
That's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot. Yeah. What about you?
When was your nerdy things, artistry things?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like we talked about, I started playing roughly when I was 4 or 5. Mm-hmm. We got our first NES system. Ooh. You started with the Super.
Yeah.
I started with the OG NES.
A little earlier.
Because, again, I'm a little older than you, you pointed out.
Bust out the prune juice and the cane, Grandpa.
Yeah, already doing it. My first games with my NES were the Super Mario Bros. Dope. With the Duck Hunt.
Yes.
The combo. You had to get the combo.
Did you have the gun?
I had the gun. Pointed it right in front of the screen.
Oh, my God.
Never worked.
Of course not. No.
Never worked.
This is before the days of the Wii U and the motion
Exactly.
success. Yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That game was literally impossible. I don't know how many times me and my sister got to the same level of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and we still couldn't beat it.
I think I played it once, so I'm sort of glad I didn't suffer that pain.
Just pass on that game. It's like your water level on Zelda.
What is it? Yeah, Ocarina of Time.
All right. Monsters in My Pocket. That's another super underrated gem.
Okay.
Not many people played that one probably on the NES, but I loved it. And then my personal favorite from my NES, which grew my huge love for video games in general, was definitely Mega Man 2.
Ooh.
There's just so much involved in a Mega Man game that maybe people might not realize, but man, those games are awesome. Mega Man 2 specifically. And then eventually my cousin introduced me to the Super NES, where I played Super Street Fighter 2.
Bum, bum, bum.
Dun, dun, dun. That is literally where it all started for me, because I just grew an insane love, maybe a crap ton, as you would say,
yes.
of love for fighting games, because that's literally all I play now. All I play are Street Fighter,
I've heard stories,
Marvel vs. Capcom, Mortal Kombat, Justice. Like, I've just played everything that's a fighting game.
Oh, Smash.
Smash.
Don't forget Smash.
I'm so sorry. I almost forgot Smash.
That's our bonding game.
Yes, that is our bonding game. We are probably playing it after this.
Yeah, honestly,
if he's
we're
still
playing
friends
it
with
today.
me.
Yeah,
since,
if I can get past that Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Garbage.
I am so sorry.
No, but Smash. Okay, first of all, count on this. Keep listening, because you can bet your ass, your whole ass, that we will be talking about the new Smash game the second we get news about it.
Ooh,
and every character
can't wait.
that is announced after.
It's coming up.
Oh, it's going to be.
Cannot wait.
Yeah, about a month.
Yeah, fighting games, man, they're just awesome.
Yeah, I think Smash really, and then like
you played a little Soul Calibur, right?
Soul Calibur was like the one that I really, really got into.
Soul Calibur's good too. Just swinging those swords everywhere.
It's nuts. Yeah,
it's
I know
awesome.
Another fighting game that like lots of people love. I can't remember if you mentioned it in your list or not, but I know Tekken. You play Tekken.
Played some Tekken in my life.
Yeah. Because I know a bunch of my friends
Love some good Tekken.
Tekken. Yeah. But yeah.
Started drawing a lot too when I was, I think like 7 or 8 maybe.
Okay.
I started drawing Dragon Ball. Loved Dragon Ball Z.
Yes.
Just 6 episodes of yelling. I mean, that's great, right?
Yeah.
It's great.
Plenty of drawing material. You get to stare
exactly,
at the screen
right.
for hours.
Pause the VHS tape. Lets me draw a little bit before it auto plays again. So
yeah, absolutely.
That was good. And then, so that started my mom noticing my drawing talent, and I started taking some drawing lessons with my sister. She was just ended up being astronomically better than me, though. So I stopped drawing for a little bit because I was discouraged by her. But no, we love drawing. I also started playing the violin a lot. I started when I was 4. Fourth grade. Sorry,
fourth grade.
Fourth grade. God, if you started playing violin when you were 4,
do you know what's funny? I played for. I think I wasn't much older. I think I may have been like 5 or 6 when my aunt signed me and my cousin up. But it was on a Saturday. And that took up my 5 to 6 year old weekend, and I had things to do.
That doesn't sound very good as a 5 or 6 year old.
No, I hated it, and I stopped. And now I hate myself for not doing it.
Okay, I got you.
Now that I'm an adult with sense and
I am glad that I started playing the violin when I was in 4th grade, because I played all the way through about freshman year, sophomore year of college, roughly about when we met.
I was going to say so around when I met you. Yeah.
So yeah, I played the violin a lot.
That's awesome.
Still
you still play, right?
I haven't picked it up in a while. I think I have 2 broken strings, so I need to replace those.
Yeah.
I'll try and pick it up, though, pretty soon.
I have a very good friend of mine, who I'm sure we will mention a couple times in here, that would very much like to hear not only that you play violin, but he will also likely try to kidnap you.
Borrow
is
me,
the better,
me?
Yeah, the way to say that.
Violin off? Do we have to
basically,
battle?
He's going to force you to just music off with him.
Okay, sure.
Until inappropriate things happen, most likely. If I'm just speaking realness. That's awesome, though. So just, again, same thing. Lots of other nerdy stuff and also art stuff. And you're just a big music fan in general, right? Like,
love music.
Yeah.
Current favorite genre right now. Just like a nice, smooth reggae funk, reggae rock kind of stuff.
Very nice.
Like to keep it nice and chill.
Yeah, so, you've gotten me into lots of stuff, and like I'm not as
I'd be glad to recommend more.
Right, I'm not as into music as you are, but like I've gotten lots of good recommendations from just even stuff that you post, and that's cool. We both have that like opposite dichotomy there.
No, for sure.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Also played Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
I think I started when I was in about 7th grade. Played Magic the Gathering, played Vintage, so that was including like every card that was ever printed.
Wow, damn.
And eventually I sold all my cards for, I think it was like $900 or something.
Jeez.
I wanted a car, so that kind of helped.
That's a good trade-off, yeah.
I sold it because I didn't think I was going to play ever again. And then I met you guys in college, and I had to play again because you guys were playing.
Yep.
So they got me back into it.
Roped you right in.
Still playing. Love Magic. Probably will forever play.
Yeah.
The game is just it's always evolving.
It's ingrained in you.
It's ingrained in me. It's always evolving. It's always changing, and I just can't get away from it, apparently.
Well, and that's the ironic part is, you said you came back because, like, met me and our two other friends that play. And I now don't play it.
Which is very interesting. I got back into it, and you quit.
And I just left, because I think I lost my drive for card stuff. I did play when I was younger. I played Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, the card game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, you had to have played
I don't
this.
know if you remember, but Toys R Us had a thing where you could go and
like a little mini tournament, right?
It was like little tourneys,
yeah.
And they had this little card where you got little stamps, and as you stamped it, if you won 5 times, you got to fight the gym leader, which was just a slightly better 12-year-old than you were, So I did that and got the Boulder badge. The
Boulder
first
badge,
one,
nice.
I beat Brock, and then I just
unlocked.
Never did any more because my family stopped taking me. But what's funny is my grandma actually still to this day has a book collection of all the first 150 plus some specialty cards from the movies and all the different specialty Pikachus they released at the time. Like, she needs to do some research because I would bet money that shit is worth some money now. Some of the stuff that she has.
I have to check that out on eBay.
Yeah, I also played Yu-Gi-Oh. Was more into Yu-Gi-Oh.
I played some Yu-Gi-Oh. Watched the show too.
Oh yeah, the show was
great.
fantastic. Yeah, and that's sort of, I got a little bit more competitive with that. Like, my cousin would get pissed because he was not as competitive, and I would be like, that's not the right rules. I guess that's what I sounded like when I was 12.
They're probably playing like the show because the show was completely different from the actual card game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I definitely will be happy to admit that I had a dual disc. I did.
Nice.
I had a fucking
I have
dual
always
disc.
wanted one of those.
It's astounding.
I did not have that.
The best. Yeah. I did absolutely feel like the best person in the world when I had it, and I absolutely would play with it by myself because I'm a jackass.
I will defeat you, Seto Kaiba.
Kaiba! Yeah, all that shit. No, it's good. Like, and what's cool, all that art stuff is just, it's fantastic. Like, I know you mentioned Boppity-beep-a-doop, the fact that, like, jump sounds in games, like, that's amazing. Or any sound in game is so cool like that. I think about that with, like, the Magic cards, or any card art. Like, those are artists. Different artists do those different designs, And
then someone designed the card that used the art.
Yes, exactly.
And what the card does.
And then someone else put them all together, and someone else marketed all of it and did the marketing campaign.
It's insane how all of that is literally like just combined art in every form.
Yeah, and
to
it's
make
different
a piece
art.
of cardboard.
Yeah, and get it to other people, because it can be even argued that the campaigning and the marketing to different people, because they do promo videos.
Right.
I look on Facebook and I see, like, when they release new Magic cards now, they'll have, like, moving video card. That's cool as hell.
Next level shit.
Yeah. And again, it all ties in because those are all different kinds of art, and the person drawing the cards might not like or be into digitally putting stuff together like that.
Right.
So it's all different and all weaves in. Yeah.
Oh no, good stuff.
Yeah, but that's that's kind of,
we have a lot of stuff going on.
it's a lot. Yeah, we have a lot, and we have a lot of different.
We liked a lot of different things. We grew into a lot of different things. We like a lot of the same stuff now.
Yeah.
Even that doesn't pertain to video games. So like you said, like music,
cosplay,
movies.
On my end.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah. In the same way, like, I know I know not a ton about music and stuff like that. I have lots of friends like you, like another friend of mine, a few friends of mine that are really into music. I am in the cosplay scene, and I know you've not really dabbled in that.
Nope, not at all.
Yeah.
Not a lick.
Not even the tip.
Not a lick of cosplay. But I love to learn.
Yes, exactly.
This is kind of what we're doing here, though.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, that's pretty much, that's it in terms of what we wanted to tell you about us. But there's so much when it comes to art and when it comes to nerdy stuff. And our huge mix of stuff like that is what sort of fueled the two of us to come up with the idea for this cast. And, you know, I will want to side note, the whole start of this happened because Ben texted me one day and was like, I had a premonition.
I literally dreamed about this.
It sounds super cheesy and super whatever, but it happened, like, and then we had a really funny conversation about it, and we were like, ah ha ha ha. Then I hopped in the shower, and I just stared deep into the void, and all these ideas started rushing towards me. But no, so many people think that, like, the games, the movies, the cards, like we just mentioned, all these artists, you know, all started at the bottom, but a lot of people assume that they were all traditionally, quote-unquote, educated, when lots of them did, like, a lot of non-traditional things to get them to where they are now. And there's nothing wrong with that at all, by any means.
Like, literally started from the bottom.
Yeah, now they're here.
Now we're here.
Yeah.
But literally, like, sometimes you really just have to bite the bullet and follow your passion, whatever that is, and when it comes to you and what you want to do in your life, you just have to do it. You have to start somewhere.
Absolutely.
There's nothing wrong with starting somewhere, but because everyone starts somewhere, and hopefully this podcast will help you in your life in some way, in your artistry, in your journey to whatever you want to learn, want to and have as an endeavor.
Absolutely.
Hopefully something that we're talking about helps.
Yeah. And as sort of a mini meta thing, like, to just share a very, very brief thing with me personally, what got me to this point, to having a more professional mic sitting on my table with a pop filter and everything else, and sitting with a friend of mine recording, is I hunted down on my own. Like I said, I was accepted to a college that I never went to, but I hunted down private instruction through help from family, through networking, through friends. I had friends around me that were also artists inspiring me, that are some of my, you know, biggest inspirations in the world, and they helped me get to where I am, all from just seeking my own thing and doing my own thing. Not to say that I did it alone, but to like, as you said, Ben, to bite the bullet and just do what I had to do. And I still have a long way to go, and I always will, but that's sort of exactly what we said we want to do. We want to help you guys be informed and inspired to do that yourselves, because it absolutely can be done. And, you know, it doesn't matter how many people tell you it can't. It can. It just might not be easy. That's the only thing. So.
And again, whatever help we can provide,
we gonna try.
We're gonna try.
We're gonna do our best. Yeah.
But as far as, like, our next episodes go, we'll definitely be sitting down with an acting instructor.
My acting instructor.
Your acting instructor.
Yeah, I have to talk with her. So, Gene, if you hear this, I'm sorry. I do want to talk to you.
And also an upcoming artist, not just any artist, but an upcoming cosplayer, and learning about both of their journeys personally, and if they have any other advice to give and offer to us,
and I'm sure
to our listeners, to anyone. I'm sure they can help.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I know...
I have a lot of questions.
Yeah, I was going to say...
I'm sure this will help.
That's what I was going to say. I know you have a ton of questions about certain things on either way. I'm still going to have questions, even if it's stuff I know about. Like, me and my... a couple of friends of mine who all know this cosplayer person that I'm mentioning, we have talked to her, and we're like, how in the hell have you done this? How did you get so good at XYZ thing, you know? And it sounds silly, and, you know, through hard work is the base answer, you know? But I know a lot of people want to know, like, what specifically they can do to learn to do these things. Like, where do they get that hard work? Where do they get to those things?
Where did they learn?
Yeah.
Like, you know, what kind of people did they talk to? Did they watch videos?
Yeah.
You know, what did they do?
Who gave them tips?
What did they do to get to where they are right now?
Exactly. Just like a whole, you know, it's where the Nerdism and Artistry flow.
Nice. Nice plug.
Thanks. Plugging ourselves. But yeah, that is definitely what to expect from our future episodes, and most recently the ones coming up in the future, which we will be updating you guys on as soon as we can. And you might ask, where will we be updated?
Where?
Chris and Ben.
Where do you ask, Chris?
Yes. So for now, you will be able to catch our episodes on SoundCloud and YouTube at fish_pod. And actually, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at the same name.
Please follow
and
us
you
over
should,
there. Please.
Because it's going to be great. And we're going to post things. And you're going to love them. And we love you.
Love you.
Thanks for listening.